Hello, 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 my darlings. Welcome to A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Well, I'm somewhere else. You've seen this scene before. I'm in another space, in another place. However, this is a great studio. This is my other, what I have about three places. All right. So I want to talk to you about, it's a holiday weekend, and it's July the 2nd. July the 4th is coming forward, and many of you are on vacation, different places. Please be safe and pay attention to your surroundings. That's what we talked about with the last slice of life. I told you that one of the things we have here is that we're super aging, getting older without getting old. That's what I'm talking about all the time. Getting older without getting old. Enjoying yourself, motivating. And I try to share things that happen to me that I don't want to happen to you. Those of you who are new, you say, why should I have any teeth? Well, I don't have any teeth right now, but I do go to the dentist next week. I'm a three times cancer survivor. And this last cancer was just really, really damaging. It tried to break my spirit. It really did. You all who know me know how sick I was, but I'm over all of that now, and I just live with what I got. And so when I'm in this space, you can see it more than when I'm in the other space, but it's okay. So let me talk to you about vacation though. This whole vacation thing. So one of the things, I took some notes and I wrote down, are you dreading to return to work? Baby, this is my question to you. Are you dreading to return to work? Now, most of my friends are already retired. And I got the retirees out here, but I got some youngins that watch this show. And I need to talk to them. And that are retired, you're going to know what I'm talking about. You're going to amen me. You're going to put in the comments exactly what I'm saying. And part of what I'm saying is, are you regretting going back to work? So now I'm going to give you I wrote down three reasons why you might be regretting going back to work. Three. And then the fourth reason is going to be a problem. And the fifth reason is going to be a problem. But I don't have a problem with what I wrote down first. Okay, so you love vacation time. Well, who wouldn't love vacation time? You've been working hard. You've been putting in those 40 hours. You put your nose to the ground. You need some me time. So you go to the spa. You either do what is that? Vacation at home or vacation away from home, or go somewhere for the weekend, or go somewhere for the day. Whatever that is, you definitely need that vacation time. You need vacation time. So I think it's okay to not want to go back to work because you are enjoying yourself. It's vacation time. You feel free. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have any phones. You can wear what you want to wear, which you may not be able to wear because you may be in a uniform at work. Who knows? But you just feel free. And you need to have that time. So that's a good reason for not wanting to go back to work. And number two, I wrote down, because I'm talking now. Listen, I worked. I retired from Delta Airlines. So I'm speaking from my experience, and I'm trying to see, are you having the same experience? And if you are having the same experiences, then 4 and 5 is not going to work. We need to talk about that. So let's talk about number two. Your family is still in town. Now, let's say your parents or your siblings or people you've been knowing a long time, family, friends, they came to town for the 4th of July weekend, Juneteenth through the 4th of July. I call that a whole holiday week. Our holiday, their holiday, then our holiday, however you look at it. We all know in 1776, black people were not free. We were on somebody's plantation. They were not talking about us, and we were not written in the Constitution. So we already know that. But we've always celebrated 1776 July 4th just for fun and for family and for friends. All right, so we're not going to get into that. We all understand the dynamics of the holiday itself. All right, so let's talk about, but if your friends and family came to dine with you, to have fun with you, to enjoy you, to see you, to hug on you, to give you love, I can see where, it would be difficult to go back to work. You don't want to go, you don't want to leave them, but you have to go to work. This is what you have to do, go to work. You have to leave them at home. They're going to run around Atlanta, or going to run around Dallas, or they're going to run around Chicago. They're going to run around with you at work, but it's okay because, they're in town. So that's a good reason. That's reason two. That's a good three. Okay, you went to You went to your friends and family. You went to see your parents or your cousins or somebody you haven't seen in a long time. A friend of mine said he has an uncle just turning 95 years old. And he's thinking about going to see them. You know, you're supposed to reach out, I think, and touch bases with elder and senior family members. In other countries, the senior member of the family is the most revered. It used to be like that in the United States. Maybe it is still like that. But most of the senior members of the family have been put away in houses and homes and, pushed to the side so that the youngins can have the life or have the space or have what they work for. You see, but in other countries, that person is revered. That person is put on a pedestal because they know that person has been through something that we, senior people, we laid the foundation for you to step upon. But when we get a certain age, you want to throw us away. And I always ask my students, I've said this before in earlier videos, what year would you like to die? What year would you like to die? And I say, at what age would you like to die? And the reason why I say that is because you do not want to live to be my age. Because if you wanted to live to be my age, you would treat me with more respect. Talk to your youngins like that. You don't want to live to be my age. Because if you did, you would treat me with more respect. So those are reasons 1, 2, and 3. What did I say in my first one? I wrote down, you love vacation time. I wrote that down. And then when I wrote down, what else? Your family's still in town, or then you don't want to leave your family. And so then I get to this reason. Now listen to me. Listen to me. This 4th reason is serious on why you don't want to go back to work. You ready? I wrote down, you don't like your job. I'm going to get a drink of water on that. I want you to think about that. You don't like your job is why you don't want to go back to work. Is that true? You don't like your job? So I asked, I think I made me another note. If you don't like your job, what is your reason for working that job? Now, these are 2 questions. No one, you don't want to go back to work because you don't like your job. Make a note of that. You don't want to go back to work because you don't like your job. Am I talking to somebody? Reno, let me say it for the people in the back. You don't want to go back to work because you don't like that freaking job. Is that true? All right. Here's my question to you. Why are you working that job? Give me 3 reasons why you working a job. And if the 3 reasons are rent, light, gas, phone, water, that's a lot of reasons, isn't it? Okay, rent, light, gas, phone, water. Are those the 5 reasons you working the job? You would say that's reason enough, but that's not enough reason to work the job, baby. That's if it's light, if it's rent, light, gas, water, phone. That's why you're working the job. That's not a good reason for working the job. And I know it doesn't make sense. But if that is your reason for working the job, we need to get a sidebar reason for working the job. Okay. What is it? What business? What something have you always wanted to do? You're not doing it, obviously, because you're going to the job you don't like. After the holiday, you're going to go back. Ugh, that's not the way to go back to work. I'm trying to set you up for your new entry, your new re-entry into the job market where you are now. Your new re-entry. And so what am I saying? What is it you want? See, the social media is full of all kind of people saying, I made money doing this, I made money doing that. Okay, be careful with all of that. All that glitters is not gold. Okay, all that glitters is not gold. Everything that glitters is not true gold. So be very careful with that. But stop and think about some of these things. It's not overnight. It's not going to work like that overnight. But that's what you got to put in the time for that thing you really want to do. What is it? What job is it? What is it you really want to do? You said, well, Georgiana, I want to sing, or I want to sew, or I wanted to cook. I told you about my daughter's friend went to Northwestern University with her, transferred from Northwestern University to Morehouse College. Born and raised in Atlanta, both of them. Finished Morehouse College, went and got a master's from somewhere, I don't know where he went. And then he worked for Waterhouse, Price, or all those big brand name companies. He is now a chef. Got his kids up and left it all, everything. Once the kids got up, he went and took classes in something that always pulled at his heart. When you have a story like this will help you go back to work with a smile on your face, because you're not going back to work for the job. You're going back to work for what you're planning to do when you leave the job. You're using the job to pay the 5 things, but some of that you're gonna back down on some of that money, all right? And you're gonna put money aside for the business. Now let me tell you what I heard Myron Golden talk about the other day. Why are you trying to look rich when you're not rich? Why are you spending all your money to look like what you're not? I used to tell my student that rich bling. The new rich, they bling. But wealth whispers. Wealth whispers. Wealth have you thinking they don't have any money, and they got all the money. Why you got to look like you got all the money? Everything got a name, a brand, a brand. How many people have you made rich? We're worth how many? $2.3 trillion as a race. And people love to get our money. They cater to us. We have made a lot of white people rich who don't care anything about us. I'm telling you that. I know this. I'm 81 years old, so I know what I'm talking about. And I marched with Dr. King. I got the burn to prove it. So go to www.footsoldiers.com or go to pbs.org and look at the movie. Go to Netflix. All that's out there about me. High on the Hog, Season 2, Episode 3. All that's out there about me. But that's not about me I'm talking about. I'm talking about you, baby. I'm talking about you. You need to put those 5 reasons why you going to work. What did you say? Your rent, the light bill, the water bill, the gas bill, the phone bill. That's why you say you're going. Then it ought to be a 6th bill. And that is a pot over here for the business or the idea that you had that you can work on. When you get home from work, from this job you don't like, you're going to start liking this job when you go back to work, because it's a means to another end. It's a means to the big picture. They're not going to know you when you get back from 4th of July. They're going to say, what's happening with Bob? What's happening with Henry? What's happening with Daniel? What's happening with Floyd? What happened? Where you been? Because you're going to have a new attitude. You need to listen to, what's her name? The girl who did the song, A New Attitude. You need to get that new attitude. And then the next, number 4. That was number 4. The 5th reason I wrote down, you don't like your coworkers. You hate to go back to work because you hate your coworkers. Really? You like the job? If you get this new idea in your head about you and the raison d'etre for you having a job, the reason why you have the job, once you change your reason for having the job, you'll like your coworkers because you won't pay them any mind. They just worker bees. You don't tell them anything about yourself. So the reason why you don't like them because you talk too much. They know all your business, and they have all formed whatever opinion they want to have among themselves about you. Which you really should not give a flip about what they think about you, because it's between you and God. So you need to change your attitude when you go back to work. You know what it is? Kindness. I am kind to my enemies. My enemies cannot tell the difference between, they don't know what to think. They don't know if I like them or not. because they were evil to me. And I remember it well. But the Bible says we're not supposed to remember. We're supposed to throw it in the lake of forgetfulness and be kind to them. So my enemies call me, I'm kind to them. I talk to them on the phone. Sometimes I do. And I just talk with them. It's okay. Because I know some of the things they have said behind my back. Some of the people they called and said, don't, I'm not friends with her anymore. Don't be friends with her. Trying to pull people from being friends with me. Craziness. Please. When you get to this point, when you know you own something else, then be kind to them. When you go back to work after this holiday, people are not going to know you because you've had some Georgianisms. Oh, yeah. That's what I call this when I write it myself. I didn't get this from the internet. I got this from in here because I've been where you are. And I know. And I want you to go back to work with a smile on your face because you have a new reason for going back to work. Oh, you got 5 reasons. Rent, light, gas, or mortgage. Rent, mortgage, light, gas, phone, water. How it goes. Utilities. You got a 10-year-old. Okay? But you spending some money somewhere that you don't have to spend that money there. You're spending some money somewhere to show, oh, I can roll with you. Why do you need to show anybody anything? What you need to be working on is that idea. You need to be going in the graphic. I'm still graphic tropic. I started this last September 2023. And I've been graphic tropic. I didn't even know about that till I got a hold of Myron Golden. And that I studied, though. I had enough sense to do. I didn't have a title for it. I didn't just jump up on YouTube. Not without taking classes. Not without studying. Not without having ebooks sent to me. Without me. You have to study, people. You want stuff right away. It doesn't work like that. You got to study. And whatever that is that God has put in your heart, you know there's a purpose in here. The job is not the purpose. I was unhappy at Delta Airlines. Anybody know it? Because I find something you know how to do very well on that job and be the one that can do it. You know, I had 5 languages and I knew my craft very well at Delta. They didn't appreciate it in the public relations because it was just, I was a black woman and didn't have nobody black working in public relations before I got there. So it was all about color. But when I got over at the airport, it was all about whether or not you can do the job. It was all about the job. And whether or not you could do the job. They made up a test over there for me to do in, it's like counting the jelly beans over there in public relations. It was so unfair. It was so unfair. I got some stories. I just don't tell them because it's past. But I will say something about it from time to time. And so you'll know, I'm just not talking from things that I just heard about. I can give you some stories, but I'm still here. It's commitment, perseverance, finding people in other departments that care something about you, that want to help you get somewhere. But if you got some dreams, do not tell them. Don't tell anybody your dreams. They'll turn them into nightmares. And if it's something you want, now if you don't like this job, but it's another job you like, then you need to pay attention. You need to find out where all those people are. But you don't tell your coworkers. If you find out something, you treat your coworkers with kindness and go on about your business. You're not there to make friends. You're there to work. Once you get that in, you're not there to make friends. You are there to work. You all agree to be worker bees to help make some people rich at the top. That's what you agreed to. You agreed for people at the top to be rich, and you agreed to accept the value that the people at the top put on you. They made you a line item on an Excel sheet. And I agreed at Delta Airlines to be a line item. I had a number. They don't want to talk about the employee number. They know back in the day what the employee number meant. They don't talk about that now, but I had an employee number that those people know what my employee number meant. But we have, and you are on an Excel sheet. You are on an Excel sheet, baby. But so what? It's something else God has for you to do. And I'm here to encourage you to do it. The job is not your home. The job is a place you go and do the job well. Stay out of trouble. Do what they ask you to do. Because you have ulterior motives. You got a sixth reason. You got, what we say, mortgage, rent, light, gas, water, phone, and maybe a 10 or 12 or 3-year-old. But plan your work and work your plan. So when the holiday is over, I want them to say, oh my God, you must have had a great vacation. I don't even know you. That's what I want somebody to say. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Because this came to me. You know, I told you. I have a friend that said, Georgianne, where you get your subjects? I get them up there. They was whisper in my ear. I had something, you know, I'll say I had something else. But I get up and I ask the Lord, what we're going to talk about today? And then I go on about my day. And sometimes he'll say, go to the computer. And sometimes I just start writing. I couldn't get this out fast enough. Of course, some you all who've been with me a long time know what I have. My dollar store book and my dollar store pen. They have worked wonders for me. They helped me a lot. My dollar store book and my dollar store pen. Why is that? Because I write down. I write ideas and they come to me. I write them. Now, if I don't have I know how to do it on my phone. You know, I guess what it's called stuff or notes on Samsung. So I start writing something, typing it in. But it's so much God has planned for you. Baby, it is so much, so many things that you're supposed to be doing. Oh yeah, I brought my glasses with me where I am. Over here in this particular space. Okay? I don't know. I like these pretty good. Anyway, we're going to get them up. I still don't have them up on Patreon the way I want to. But when you go to Patreon and look for a Slice of Life Plus, Plus, a Slice of Life Plus, you'll see some of my glasses. Listen to me, baby. I need you to go back to work with a secret smile on your face. Listen, I'm going to take my glasses off so you can hear me. A secret smile. I want people to wonder what happened. Ooh, tell me more about your vacation. Oh my goodness, you're a different person. I want everybody to marvel at the new you when you come back to work from the holiday. You know why it's a new you? Because you don't give a flip. You don't give a flip about whatever is going on there except what you're supposed to do. You don't care who make how much money. You don't care how much, because a value has already been established now. You have agreed to the value they have put on your life. And you agreed to accept that. And you agreed to give them the best. But that sixth reason, that seventh reason for you to go to work is because you have gotten your pen and your paper. And you know there's something that you always wanted to do. So instead of going and have 5 cups of coffee, you're going to have 2 cups of coffee. And you're going to save money with those other 3 cups of coffee. You're going to get you a mason jar, or you're going to get you a bag, or you're going to get you a pocketbook, or you're going to get you something to put that extra money in, baby. And you're going to pile that money up until you get what you need to buy whatever you need. If you got an idea and you need patents cost money, all right? If you need to get your credit right so that your cards and all that will be in order when you start your business, you need to be able to, if you want to retire, count down how long it's going to take you to retire and how much money you can save. Is your 401k up to a point where you can pull money out to get your business started? And listen to me now. This is serious. This has come to me. I'm talking to somebody. I don't know who it is, but this message is for somebody. It's certainly for somebody. Not my crew, maybe, because my crew already worked. But my crew can know what I'm talking about. I tell my crew right now, when that Social Security check comes, don't go and blow it all at the Walmart. You know, think about those things you always wanted to do. Don't blow it with all the grandchildren. You still got some life in you. Show them how to build generational wealth at 72 years old. Show them how to build generational wealth at 65 years old. Show them how to build generational wealth at 55 years old. Quit acting like you're too old to do this. I am 81. I know I look good, but I am on the grind. Not the grind that's hurting me. It's fun for me. I am so happy doing what I like to do to make a difference in life. Do that for me, baby. This message is for somebody. I think it's for you. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.